Hello and welcome back to Calmsden Farm. We're just in the community area picking up all of these lovely wrapped bales. It's been a busy few hours since I last left you. We have mown and baled and wrapped the community area, as you'll see. Also done the area down by the store. So we are looking okay for now on silage. I think it's a good job that it's coming into the summer months now, because we may need to do a bit more silage work in the near future to feed all of our cattle. I have had to do one mix at each cow barn, just because cows eat so much basically, but that's not to say that we're not going to be doing mixes today, because we're going to need to. We are going to need to do both the cow barns, and I think we're going to attempt a mix for the pigs as well today. The sheep are okay. They could do with eating some of their roughage, so that's the hay, just so we can get some of the conditioned grass that we baled into the trough, just to bump up their health again, because at the minute their health is reasonably low, just because they when we swapped over they didn't have all 4 bars filled, but we'll soon recover that, hopefully. So I'm going to drop these off. We have been putting them in the old cow pasture, just because there is nowhere else to store them. So I'll drop these off, we'll go and grab the mixer wagon, and we'll start a mix for the pigs. Right, so we're just down at the old cow barn, because this is where the majority of our products are stored. Robert has had a wash and a service, as has the Fent. I've also been out the game and just ever so slightly tweaked the pig food mix. I have made it so that we can put in whole sugar beets and whole potatoes. I haven't changed anything else, but you can see there now the top line in the molasses category. It's got the sugar beet cut, sugar beet, potato cut, potatoes and molasses. So if we now have a think about what we're going to put in here. So we've got the mineral feed that is behind us in the Doika silo. We've got potatoes, we've got sugar beets, and I'm pretty sure we've got sorghum and canola. So if we jump into the Fent, we can try and make ourselves a pig food mix. So we are just under the hopper auger for the silo, and what I want to do is set a fill limit. So we are going to have we're going to have 8,000 litres. Okay, and that then is going to be for the sorghum. Don't think we've got anything. No, we've got no canola. Right, we'll put sorghum in first. That should just, there we go. Brilliant. Now, if we just have a quick look. So potatoes or sugar beet is up to 47%. So if we put in, go with 8,000 litres again, and then we'll see how that does us. We'll use the sugar beets. Oh, I'm going to have to put it to 16 now, aren't I? Learning as we go. So that needs to now be 16,000. Okay. And put sugar beet in. Now, is that going to... We'll see. Might have to empty this out. Finger on the button. No, cool, okay. So we've got 2 green sliders at the minute. And then we need to... We'll go and put some mineral feed in now. And then we'll see what that looks like. And we can always add a bit more of the other ingredient should we need to. Now, this is going to be quite expensive, I think. Trying to feed the pigs. We may have to look at the farm supply pack, I think. Because this will about empty our... or half empty our silo. So we pull under here and hit R. We should have, there we go, mineral feed. No, I need to do the limit again. And we can now reset that to 24,000. Okay, and fill. Hopefully you will start to see the sliders drop down. This is going to be quite a slow fill, so I'll see you when it's loaded in. So we've got pig food, but if we just jump out a second and have a look, we are 3% over on the sorghum, and we've still got space left in the mixer wagon. So what I think we'll do is we'll go and put some either potatoes or sugar beet in, just to get the percentage a bit lower on the... No, we won't. That's the wrong, isn't it? Let's have a quick look at this. Can you tell I've not done a pig food mix before? No, that's just right. Yep, so we've got a little bit too much sorghum at the minute, so we'll go and reverse back up very carefully to the auger and the silo and get some more potatoes put in. So underneath the silo again, and if we hit R, I'm going to need to take off the limiter, aren't I? So we will change that back to 30,000. Okay, and then R, and let's find what we want to put in. We'll go for sugar beet again, I think. There we go, so that's now dropped over to pig food. Fantastic. So it worked. Whee! Pleased with that. We can tweak it in the future and maybe try and find a different ingredient that we can maybe make ourselves rather than the having to put the mineral feed in, because that is rather expensive. So let's head to the pigs and get them fed. So topping up the piggies' food. Not quite sure how much they're going to take. Oh, not a fat lot. But if we now have a look at them in the... Oh. Feed concentrate. Okay. That is a bit odd. Because we've put in mineral feed. The protein was the... Now, whether that's just because there wasn't quite enough space, but I'm pretty sure we got a bang-on mix there. Interesting. Let's just jump out a minute, and if we hit right control, shift and F, we can look at the pigs. So for the concentrate, we'd put in mineral feed. Protein food we didn't put in, but it didn't have it on the mixer. So the energy food was the sorghum, and the moisture food was the sugar beets. So that's interesting. Okay. Well, not to worry. I'll have a think, and we can come back to that at a later stage. It might be the fact that everything just needs to run down, but yeah, I'm pretty sure we've done that right. Never mind. Okay. On to feeding the cows, I think. Right then. Feeding pigs, take 2. I wasn't happy with how that went. Now, after some research, and having a quick chat with Disturbed on Discord. It's not quite as it seems with MAIZE Plus. It's a bit of a weird one. Not knocking it, but we need to do things a bit differently. So we have the Fent parts up there with what we assumed, or I assumed, was a perfect mix for the pigs. However, it is not. So we need to buy some different things. So bear with me a second. We are going to go into pallets, and we need to purchase some different things. So we want, where are we? Pig feed. Yes, we will buy one of those, and that should be in front of us. Yep, you can just see it through the menu. We also need some Doika concentrate feed. So we're going to buy one of those. That's there as well. And we also need a mineral feed, I think. Can you tell that I'm doing this on the fly? So what I've done is, you'll see no food. Been into the XML and zeroed everything. So now, if we have a quick look at what we've got, I've bought the same thing twice. Doika concentrate. Oh no, they're not. They just look the same. Okay. So, first one we're going to put in is the Doika concentrate feed. So it's only 1,000 litres, or just over. So, go on, please go in. Right, let me go and grab a trailer, and we'll try this again. Right, so got the trusty Kipper trailer. Now, if we get ourselves into the trigger, there we go. No, where's the trigger gone? Oh dear. Learning with Cartech. There we go. Come on, let's have a trigger now. Why is that not showing up on there? We are in the right place, aren't we? I have no idea what is going on. I will be back in a second. So I can't quite work out what's going on with what's in the trailer. So that was the concentrate feed, but you'll notice that this pallet is not quite full. So we are putting in the Doika mineral feed, and we'll put all of that in. And then if we have a quick look in the piggies menu, so that is their feed concentrate, and that's all nicely topped up. You'll see we've got a little bit of the protein food and a little bit of the energy food. That's because we put in the pig food, so we'll put a bit more of that in and just see how that's looking. I don't want to put too much in. There we go, we'll leave that at that. So all we need now is some moisture food. So Control Shift F, pigs moisture food. We can put in potatoes, carrots. I think for the purpose of this one, we're going to buy ourselves some carrots. So just to make sure that we are getting a good mix, so let's find carrots. We'll get 2 of them, I think. Yep. Lovely. Good old super strength coming into play again here. So that should empty into there. Hey, look at that. So, yeah, not quite sure what went on there. So we need base game pig food, which gives us sliders 2 and 3, which is protein and energy. The Duiker concentrate, which gives us the feed concentrate for slider 1, and then carrots for moisture. Okay, well, we might as well put in these. Lovely emptying sound. There we go. What's that done for that? Okay, we may as well empty the rest of this in. Okay. And then what I think we'll do, once that's all gone, is we'll get another 1,000 litres odd of the feed concentrate. So that was... Let's find Mr. Duiker. Where are you? Grain grist and... wasn't that one? It was the mineral feed, I think. So we'll buy 2 of those because we're going to need them. Grab 1 and get it emptied in. That should then fill up the sliders to the max and feed the pigs completely. There we go. Looking good now. Okay, so let's just grab the last one. And I apologise that this has taken so long, but hopefully you'll be able to learn from my mistakes, errors, learning. Cool. Okay, happy with that now. So all the bars are filled, and the pigs are fed, finally. So as we now have a new way to feed the pigs via the pallets, thought as might as well empty the pig food that we got into the sell point, just because there we go, it's very lucrative, isn't it? £87,000 for some pig food. Who'd have thunk it? Yeah, reasoning for that is we used our mineral feed and our sugar beet and all that lot to try and make a mix. So I see it only fair that we sell, you know, what we'd made and can't use. Getting very tongue twisted today. It's quite flustering when things don't go quite right. So the JCB is on its way back to the main farm. I've sold the concentrate feed that was in the cramped trailer. We'll take this back to the main yard and put the mixer in a shed somewhere. We may need it in the future, if I can maybe tweak the pig food mix so we can do it in here. I don't know yet, we'll have to see. But once this is back at the yard, I can then go and start making a mix for the cows, and hopefully that goes a little bit smoother. Right then, so this should be, famous last words, a little bit easier. So we are going to use the dairy cattle mix. So this is one that I have, I think I've tweaked this one. So we're going to put in some hay first, and then we've got the option to use grass silage or maize silage. Now this barn down here, we are going to be using grass silage. So let's get all that in first, and then we can spin round and grab a couple of bales of silage from down here. And as we come round this corner, you will see. So we got one trailer load here. Magically managed to get that over the wall. And then same down here, you'll see we've got all of the silage that we made off 2022, and from the community area and from the area down by the store. The pink ones are already grass silage. They were made weeks and weeks and weeks ago now, but I've just bought them all up to clear that area down by the store. So these have clearly got to ferment. What are we on at the minute? 6%. Okay, that's fine. So if we get back into the telehandler, we can use the remainder of what's here, and get that into the mixer wagon. So I've even unwrapped the bales. There we go. So that lot's going to go in. And then, there we go. Second one as well, please. So I think what we can do then is we'll put some potatoes in, I think, and a bit of molasses, and see how we're going for that. So let's have a quick look what we've got. So technically that is TMR now, because we've fulfilled the minimum for the silage and for the hay. So now it's just a case of padding it out with other ingredients to reduce our usage of the hay and the silage, really. So we can park that up there for now. We might need it again in a minute, but hopefully not. So we'll grab the New Holland. So you'll see showing TMR. So if we now pull up to the silo and put in some, there we go. So let's have a look what we can put in here. Hey, now, yeah, when I was doing mixes, and I should have remembered this from before, but if the bale is still intact when the mixer drives over the grate, it takes it from the mixer and puts it into the silo. So that's why there's a bit of hay in there. So we'll put some sugar beets in, and we'll bring up the F1 menu just to see how that's going. Press the right button, and we should, so we're a little bit over, but we can probably get that back with some mineral feed and molasses, hopefully. In fact, what we might do is, yeah, we'll do the mineral feed and molasses first, and then we can top up with anything else that we might need to sort out the numbers. I think what I probably should have done is worked out the right amount to put in and set the limiter, but never mind. We'll see how much we can retrieve with the mineral feed. So let's get that into the green. You'll see for the F1 menu we are middle on the green now, so we'll stop filling with that. We'll back up into the trigger for the molasses. Good job there isn't a collision on there. Now I've probably put these a little close, but hopefully if I spin round, yeah, we're starting to fill up with molasses as well, so that's all good. I think more silage is going to be needed, so we'll leave that at about 2%. We will jump out and grab the JCB, get a couple more bales of silage, and yeah, see if we can get a bang on TMR mix. So another silage bale going in. Let's have a look what that does for us. I think we have massively put in far too much of the potatoes and sugar beet, whichever one we put in. I really can't remember. So we'll grab a hay and we'll cross our fingers that we have not completely and utterly wasted all of these ingredients. So fingers crossed, but I don't think it's going to help. No, I don't think we've managed it. No, absolutely messed that up. So what can we do with this now? So yeah, so this is how not to do mixes. I think the best way to sort this, so what have we actually got? We are 45,000 litres of grass silage, it's saying, so we are well over on the potatoes, which is a real rookie error. Let me have a think what we're going to do, and I'll be back in a second. Right, take 2 on feeding the cows. I apologise, this is just not acceptable. There's learning, and then there's complete incompetence. So, got the 3,000 litres of that hay that was left. So we'll grab another hay bale. I'm going to have to drag a lot of these out. There we go. So, plan is to do things very slowly and not cane as many potatoes into the mixer wagon in one go. I think the way around that is going to be to use the bucket, because at least then it's a controlled amount. When I did this up at the new cow barn, and we've got the bunker there full of potatoes, wasn't an issue at all, because it was a controlled amount and not some trigger happy Wally trying to put as many in one go as he could. So we'll let the hay go in, we'll grab some silage. Luckily we do have the pit full, so we can use that once we've got rid of the few bales that we've got left. So let's grab the silage and I'll see you when that's loading in. Right, grass silage going in. There we go. Just try and get that last one in a bit. There we go. So I did empty the mixer wagon into the white silo, so goodness knows what it unloaded itself as. But we'll see. So we've got 50% of each now in the wagon. So let's get the bucket, and what we can then do is grab some spuds or whatever is easiest and put that in, and then it's going to be a little bit of trial and error. And what I might do is, once we've got it now down, I might write the amounts down, so in future we don't make a complete hash of it. So, thinking out loud for a second, we've got 3,110 litres of sugar beets in this bucket. If we look at the bottom, hopefully you can see there that the maximum is 10%. So 10% of 45,000 litres is 4,500 litres. So by putting in this much, it should, once we equal the mix out a bit, be less than 10%, if that makes sense. So that's that done. What we'll do now is we'll grab a bucket full of mineral feed. Hopefully this will work just like we did with the spout for the... There we go, brilliant. Mineral feed, yeah. We'll let that fill up. We'll empty that in, and then we'll check back to see how the mix is looking. So, loaded up with the mineral feed, and it's the same with this, so it's 10% of the mix. So, 3,000 litres should be absolutely fine. Okay, that's looking better. What have we got at the minute? Still grass silage. So, what are we over on? I think it's thinking that we're over on the mineral feed and potatoes. So we'll get this out of the way. We'll reattach the bale grab, and we'll grab another, probably one of each of silage and hay, and put that into the mixer, and then we'll see how close we're getting to a pucker TMR mix. So I've dropped in the silage bale. Okay, now let's just have a quick hop out, and we have got total mixed ration. Okay, cool. So now we just jump back in, and we'll keep an eye on what we're doing with the hay so as not to mess the mix up. Don't think it's going to take it over the 50%, but we'll keep an eye on it. There we go, 44. Okay, now Yeah, still total mixed ration. So I think we're going to leave it at that. And we're going to feed these poor cows because they've just dropped over the hour. So we'll have a look at how they are doing for food. So you'll see the new cow barn they're down quite a bit. We scroll to the old one again. So we're going to have to repeat the mix, but I'll most likely do that off of camera because it's been rather painful, I feel. So finally, it seems to have taken an age to do that. I do apologise. Yeah, we're feeding the cows. I did top off the mix with some molasses. So from looking at the figures, I think we could probably put in maybe a little bit more silage than we did hay, depending on how much we've got around us. But I've now got a mix for the old cow barn, which is rather good. So 78,000. We can see all of the sliders bars are full. Well, not full, but met, let's say. Could do with topping up the straw. Milk is looking rather handsome. A nice figure there. So what we can probably do is if we jump out and let's go and get into the Fiat, start that up and just top off the straw. There we go. It's only going to take a few thousand litres. Perfect. Okay, so that is now good for those cows. I think what I might do is just do another quick mix off screen, and then we'll head up to the new cow barn and we'll get them fed as well. So just to take a little break from feeding for a couple of minutes. So obviously now we have got, let's just take a look at our productions. We've got our sugar mill, which is making a ridiculous amount of sugar, molasses and beet pulp. It's nearly processed all of the sugar beet, so that's fine. What I'm thinking is we could maybe make cakes. Now, what I've done as well, so let's set cakes up first. So we need sugar, milk, eggs, butter and strawberries. So strawberries is an easy fix. So let's go into our open air garden and deactivate sunflowers, and we'll activate strawberries. And we need to set those to distributing. The other thing we can do is, let me find where we need to be. We'll deactivate cheese for now, and we'll put butter to distributing as well. I'm going to make chocolate. Now, I'm thinking that we need to do it at this one because that's where I put the sugar. So I've already put 10,000 litres of sugar in, so we can activate chocolate as well. What I might do is we'll set that to selling. Okay, so that's all fine. Let's just check up on the mini BGA. That is running through the slurry and is very close to being full. So we'll set that to selling. Cake, right. So well, I don't want to distribute the sugar because everything will go there and then we can never get it out again. So we'll let that run for a bit and start to accumulate some ingredients there. We can deliver the milk. We've got eggs that we can deliver, so that is all fine. So that's that done. Now, if we have a quick run over to the sugar mill, you'll see we get a nice IBC of molasses. We get sugar in the pallets, which is absolutely fine. And then if we leg it through the cows, dodge the manure pit, you'll see I've been bringing, backwards. I've been bringing the molasses tanks over here, and handily, they are 1,000 litres, I think. Yeah, so that is what we need for every mix. So nice and easy to measure out the amount that we need. So what I think I'm going to do now is we will grab the truck and curtain cider. We'll grab some eggs and we'll grab some sugar and we'll deliver them to the bakery. Right then, we're loaded up with butter, eggs and sugar, and they should all start, hopefully, going in. I think we might be full with sugar. Not sure on the amounts that they're all going to take. Let's get some eggs in there as well. Anything else that we don't use, we can just sell. So we'll let the eggs go in. While that's doing that, let's have a quick look in the production menu. Okay. Not too shabby. So we're going to need the milk. We can get that next. And the strawberries will start to distribute automatically, hopefully. So, okay, we've got that lot left. So we can just sell that. We'll grab the milk tanker. We'll get a load of milk. Some bread producing, lovely. And yeah, we'll get the milk in and then we can hit go on the cake production. Full up with milk. There we go. We can now let that fill up. Now we've just dropped over the hour again, so we've got a massive 56 litres of strawberries. So what we can do is activate cake production. Wicked. I think what we might do is we'll leave both running for now. If it really is slow, then we'll turn off the bread. We have done that. So 25,000 litres of milk to sell. So we'll get that done, and then we'll get some mixes made for the cows up at the new barn, and then I think we'll call that a day. Right then, so I've already done a mix up here. We are using maize silage, as I'd used all of the grass silage before. So we need 2 and a little bit mixes grabfuls of maize silage. We need the molasses tank I've got there. We'll have a bit of hay, some spuds and mineral feed. So pretty similar to what we were doing down at the old cow barn, but just using maize silage instead. Now, yeah, today's video didn't go quite as I planned. I thought I got it all sorted in my little head, but yeah, let's take it as a learning opportunity. I'm learning, and hopefully you won't make the same mistakes that I did. So for this one, we only need 2,000-ish litres, so let's try and get it as close as possible. No. Tip a little bit back in, and there we go, that'll do. 2,500 litres, super. What we'll do then is we'll grab some hay while we're down here with the telehandler, and then we can move up to the potatoes and the mineral feed. Now, there we go, that can be done there. Let's grab the class telehandler. So today is Monday the 19th of December, and for me it's been MOT day. It's truck's passed, so yeah, job's a good one. I was very anxious this morning. I think that may have affected my concentration. But yeah, it's passed, so all good there. So you'll see we've got the 18,000 litres of silage that we need. We're going to end up with 12,000 or 14,000 litres of hay. So that can go in there. So we've got 16,000 litres of hay. What we'll do now is just drop the fork off here. There we go. We will go and grab ourselves the bucket. And then a scoop full of spuds. It's a bit like Mary Poppins, this. A spoonful of potatoes makes the TMR all good. Really, really losing it. Right, so we can load this in. We will then put an IBC of molasses in. There we go. So this one seems a little bit easier to do. Probably a bit of a better layout, to be fair. I'm not having to rely on the silo, etc. There we go. Right. Let's jump into the New Holland and get the molasses in. There we go. In fact, while that is doing that, we could grab the mineral feed, couldn't we? So this is obviously, I've placed this and filled it. There we go. Super. You'll see we've already done one mix, so that's taken 3,100 litres. So we'll let that fill up, and I'll see you when we're tipping it into the mixer wagon. Mineral feed going in. That is looking rather splendid. So then what we can do is go and drop the bucket off. Grab the bale spike. There we go. And just top off with hay. Is it? There it is. Super. So, yes, it is proving to be the feeding challenge that I thought it would be. How much is left in this bale here? Not enough, but we'll put this one in just to get rid of it. Now, whether we will continue to tweak the mixes over time, I don't really know. I guess it depends on time and availability of ingredients. Let's see if we can't grab this one on the top here. But yeah, you know, it's all about learning and dropping hay bales on the floor. So yeah, I mean, this one will not, it won't take it all. We'll try not to drop it in completely. We'll just let the mixer take what it needs, and then we can go and feed the cows. So it should leave us with, there we go. So now, fingers crossed, we should have a full mixer wagon of TMR. So let's get in. Oh, brilliant. And just before 7 o'clock at night, so they're going to need another one. I think next episode I will see you in possibly June, I think. We'll start to advance a little bit. We'll get the crops growing. And yeah, we'll you know, move forward to harvest time. Now obviously I'm going to have to feed the cows a lot off screen. I think the capacity of the troughs is roughly lasting 3 to 4 hours. So yeah, it's going to take a while. So if there's a gap between episodes, you know why. And let's just see how they're doing. So 97,000 litres. Lovely. And milk is starting to pile up again. Wowzers. Well, that was pretty hardcore, and it's only the first day of feeding 500 cows with MAIZE Plus. But yeah, thank you for sticking with me on this one. It has been a bit of a mammoth recording task. I'm glad I left it all in, just to show that I make mistakes, just as anybody else would. So thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. I hope you've learned something from the episode. If you have, leave a like, think about subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.